Alfred Adler is one of the prominent psychologists, and in many ways, the story of his childhood reads like a tragedy. But it is also a textbook example of his theory of overcoming childhood weakness and inferiority to shape one's destiny. The theorist who would give the world the notion of inferiority feelings spoke from the depths of his own childhood. Adler felt inferior to his brother and to the other neighborhood children, who all seemed healthier and more athletic. As a result, he became determined to work hard to overcome his feelings of inferiority and to compensate for his physical limitations. Despite his small stature, clumsiness, unattractiveness, and the legacies of his illness, he forced himself to join in games and sports. Gradually, he achieved a sense of self-esteem and social acceptance. He also developed his interest for being a friend and company for other people and retained this sociability all his life. Adler believed that inferiority feeling is a constant motivating force in all behavior. He wrote, "To be a human being means to feel oneself inferior. Because this condition is common to all of us, it is not a sign of weakness or abnormality." Adler proposed that inferiority feelings are the source of all human striving. Individual growth results from our attempts to overcome our real or imagined inferiorities. An inability to overcome inferiority feelings intensifies them, leading to the development of an inferiority complex. People with an inferiority complex have a poor opinion of themselves and feel helpless and unable to cope with the demands of life. Whatever the cause of the inferiority feelings is, a person may attempt to overcompensate and so develop what Adler called a superiority complex. This involves an exaggerated opinion of a person's abilities and accomplishments. Adler stated that the ultimate goal for each of us is superiority or perfection, but we try to attain that goal in many different ways. Each of us expresses the striving differently. We develop a unique pattern of characteristics, behaviors, and habits, which Adler called the lifestyle. The sense of inferiority is with us from the birth. An infant is dependent on adolescents to meet the needs, to feed them, to protect them, and to teach them how to do the things. Gradually, they attempt to cope with helplessness and dependency, and in these attempts they acquire a set of behaviors, and these behaviors become their lifestyle. Neglected children may feel inferior in coping with the demands of life, and therefore become distrustful of and hostile toward others. As a result, their lifestyle may involve seeking revenge, resenting others' success, and taking whatever they feel is their due. Adler described several universal problems and grouped them into three categories: problems involving our behavior toward others, problems of occupation, and problems of love. Then he proposed 4 basic types of life, or lifestyles, that people choose for dealing with these problems. These 4 lifestyles are the dominant lifestyle, the getting lifestyle, the avoiding lifestyle, and the socially useful lifestyle. The first lifestyle is the dominant type. People of this type display a dominant or ruling attitude with little social awareness. A person with this lifestyle is less considerate and usually does not care about others. They want to be in control and in power most of the time in their life. The more extreme of people with this type attack others and become sadists, delinquents, or sociopaths. If these people cannot attain power or control over others, they might become alcoholic, drug addict, or suicidal. The other lifestyle is the getting lifestyle. People with this lifestyle expect to receive satisfaction from other people and so become dependent on them. They are less self-made and more dependent, and in turn, being away from the others makes them fragile and powerless. The third lifestyle is avoiding lifestyle. People of this type make no attempt to face life's problems. By avoiding difficulties, the person avoids any possibility of failure. They are more cautious and less likely to take risk and put themselves in risky or dangerous situations. As a result, they are less likely to get big achievements, because big achievements require big risks. The fourth lifestyle is socially useful lifestyle. People of this type can cooperate with others and act in accordance with their needs. They cope with problems within a well-developed framework of social interest. Adler believed that getting along with others is the first task we encounter in life. Our level of ability to get along with other people becomes part of our lifestyle and therefore influences how well or poorly we will deal with all of life's problems. He described this as the concept of social interest, which is the individual's innate potential to cooperate with other people in order to achieve personal and societal goals. Years after Adler, researchers invented a test to measure the level of social interest and sense of inferiority in different people, and what they discovered in different studies was very insightful and thought-provoking. A research on teenagers and young adults in China showed that they felt inferior about different aspects of their life at different ages. Younger teens experienced inferiority feelings about poor grades. Older teens had inferiority feelings about physical attractiveness. College students reported inferiority feelings about their lack of social skills. The researchers also found that those who are high in social interest have higher life satisfaction as well as satisfaction with friends and family than those who scored low in social interest. Also, they found out people who scored high in social interest reported less stress, depression, anxiety, and hostility, and tended to have stronger immune systems, fewer colds, lower blood pressure, and greater subjective well-being. In short, the sense of inferiority causes us to behave and act in a way to get away from that sense, and it leads us to a certain lifestyle, which can influence all aspects of our life and career. Karen Horney, the great psychologist, wrote about herself, "I needed to feel superior because of my lack of beauty and sense of inferiority as a woman, which led me to masculine protest by excelling in a male-dominated domain." Apparently, she believed that by studying a specific field and by changing her sexual behavior, she was acting more like a man. She explained how escaping from the sense of inferiority could lead us to end up in a wrong direction in our life. So, we need to be mindful and choose our lifestyle wisely. We cannot and should not be a sacrifice of what we have experienced in our past. By raising our awareness, we can be in control of our life instead of being a victim of our past.